In today's video, I'm going to show you how to turn a dropshipping store into a private label brand so you can have a higher profit margins and basically be able to sell your and exit your store instead of just finding a new product and doing all that process all over again. But before I start the video, I just want to mention that we are doing a free giveaway every week, which is a 30-minute consultation call with me. If you want to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, comment down below Ecom 22 and smash the like button, guys. That's all I ask you for, and basically that's it. So if you were in the last week consultation call, all you need to do is just stick at the end of the video, and at the end of the video that will be announced. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Ramtin. I'm 22 years old. I'm a 7-figure e-commerce player, guys. As you can see here, here's all my results through the channel, and basically you can see my even dropshipping journey, or you can see my stores as you can see it right now. So yeah, with all that being said, let's just hop onto the video. Okay guys, so I have made the PowerPoint for you as usual in order to have a better understanding of what I'm going to explain. So let's just start with the video. Okay, pros with having a private label brand, guys. I'm basically like, what is the steps that you're going to take? I'm going to explain, and I'm going to explain to you what is the pros and cons basically to having a private label brand, all of the like problems and like the profits you're going to take. So we're going to go to it A to Z, but we're going to start with the pros. And the first of all will be great for branding and a high perceived value. So if you, for example, think about two websites that are selling the same product, right? One of the websites is just basically a simple store, no branding, no logo on the product, and basically everything is a mess. And you see another brand with the same product, same quality, same everything, but they have the packaging there, they have the like basically logo on the product, and they show the packaging as well, which is cost like 20 cents or 10 cents extra on the product cost, which really people don't think about. And if you have a really bad agent which you tries to only manipulate you and just use your money, they will take, okay, it will cost extra $2-3 for the packaging and everything. But in reality, no. If you can leverage your agent and show them that you can give them great results, and you have a good relationship with them, like always been working with them, they will tell you that the real price for the packaging depend on the product, of course, but usually for the products that doesn't weigh that much and aren't really that big, is going to be like around 20-30 cents extra to even put the logo on the product and plus the packaging. So it's not going to cost you that much to make your product high perceived value. And when you can make it high perceived value, you can sell it for more. So for example, if your competitor have a store like sell a product for $29.99 and you have a logo and a branding on the product, you can easily sell it for $39.99 because it gives that premium feeling to the people, right? And people will like, of course, pay more for it, even though it's the same price and the same quality, but the way you show it and way you present the product is more valuable. So that's what people pay for. The second option will be better for influencer marketing, right? Because the influencers that are really serious and like have many followings and really take serious what they are doing, they don't do like collaboration with every brand that just came across to them like, yeah, okay, we pay you this much and do this, because influencer reputation is very important to them, because that's how basically they make money. And if a brands go to them and like they pay for a shout out and just they don't care if the product is branded or they even test the product, just get it and just start to advertise it, right? Their followers is not going to trust them anymore. So after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times like just advertising these different brands, when they do it for the 7th or 8th time, they're not going to give the basically merchants that go to them the great results. So if I don't get a good AOV from the influencer, I will not contact that influencer again for this brand or any other brand, because I know the audience is basically saturated and influencer basically didn't care about the audience, and that's why the audience don't trust the influencer no more. So there's no credibility there, right? So for the good influencers that do care about their audience, guys, they really test the product quality, they see if you are branded, they see if you have the packaging, if you have the logos, if you do provide everything. And if that case is correct, now you're going to talk about the pricing and basically collaboration and all that stuff. But like, if you think like we're not going to even think about the influencers, the product quality is very important, the branding is very important. If you think about exiting your store anytime in the future, or like basically have a good brand, not even exiting it, right? Have a long time brand, right? This is going to be like take 2-3 months for you to build it, right? But it's going to like give you profit every year, automated, because like it's brand built. And the power of words, guys, that people just tell each other in order to, okay, I bought this product from this company, I really enjoyed it, the product quality was perfect, you should try it as well. But if the product quality is bad, right, and you sell it to that customer one time, it's going to be one time, and you always have to spend more money on ads in order to acquire customers, and this is very bad. This business is not sellable, and you're not going to make a long-term profit of it. That's why you see like top 10 products to sell this month, top 100 products to sell next month, like always trying to find a new product, right, in order to sell, scale, and just go to the next one. But the thing you have to understand is there's no such thing as winning products that always solves a problem. You're not going to solve that problem in that market like with 100k in 1 month, right? And when the product, so you call it dies, it doesn't really die, but one of the reasons can be that the product angle died, or just basically the creatives that you had didn't resonated with the audience anymore, and with that audience that resonated, you just saturated that part of it. So you just have to update and test new creative, which is key to Facebook ads. But another thing can be that the product quality wasn't so good, right? So people didn't recommend it to their friends and families, and basically you have to just pay more to get more customers. And now you have to find another product, just run it for 2 months, spend all the time in the work, get all the holes in all of these payment processors for what, 30-40k in profit, guys, like 20k. That doesn't really worth your time. And after you're doing this business for a long time, you don't want to just keep finding winning products all the time in your life, right? You don't want to just keep testing new products, keep doing this, keep doing that. You want to build one brand that is going to be long term for you and just always makes you profit, and you can sell that business for like 3x 4x the profit that you make, and basically have like no need for money anymore. And after that will be a game for you, right? It's not going to be about making money, it's just about providing value, because as much as you provide value, you don't need to even think about the money. The money will come as long as you get a good product and have a good value, guys. And I learned this lesson myself for a hard way, because at the beginning that I started, it was just about the money, but the product quality wasn't good. Payment processors blocked me, terminated my contract, hold the money for 6-7 months, and all that stuff. Why? Because I was thinking very short term, right? I wasn't thinking about brand building. And that's the thing, like gurus in YouTube will not teach you. It's just top 10 products to sell now, top 10 products, but there is no like winning products. The product that solves a problem, that problem is not going to then disappear. Like for example, for posture corrector, product is still is selling to this day, and for some brands that are today scaling it to the moon, like it's crazy. But like, are we going to like solve all of the problems for the posture? No. Every people like every day going to be born going to have a problem with posture, right? In a country, in European even market, in Brazil, in Poland, the countries that nobody even thinks about, the problems are still there. Even in US, we have every day like people have a posture problem, right? So in order to advertise that, you have to be different from the market. You have to have a good quality product, and basically be able to do it different. But the problem never ends. Like you don't solve the problem when the product does, but you just don't have the skills to be able to continue it. So you just get to a new product that you can scale to like 50k, 100k, if you're lucky 200, 300k. But after that, they're going to die, and you cannot even sell that stuff. So after 300k, you spend like three months of your life every day behind computer, and like for 40k, 60k, 80k, even if you're a good 100k in profit, and that's it. Now you have to start all over that again. That 100k profit going to be taxed, blah blah blah, and then you just have to basically document everything of that like in the YouTube basically, and start selling courses, because all of these gurus do that. So they just scale one time, lucky the product to the moon or something, 100k, 200k. In US, scaling a product to millions is very easy, because you have to understand that in US we have too many people, like it's too hard, like wide amount of population. So with one creative you can scale it like to 300-400k with one winning creative. But in European market, guys, it's different types of idea, right? Because in European market we have less people, but the market is less saturated. So European market is easier to start, but it's harder to scale. But in US market is harder to start, but when you start, it's easy to scale. because there's too many people. But in European market, you always have to test things, you have to get new videos. Basically, your margin is going to be thinner in European market. But if you succeed in European market, that means you have the skills to scale it. And if you have the skills, is in the US market, it's going to be easy. That's why you see gurus like scale to 500, 600k. There's no problem, because like there's like 200 million people there, right? And 200 million people there, you're going to resonate with almost like 10 million people. Of those 10 million, we say like 5, 6,000, 10,000 people buy. That's like that's 1 million. That's $1 million. That's it. So there's like nothing so special about it. You have to know that. And yeah, and basically the pros with this as well, the fourth one will be harder to copy, right? So your competitors cannot copy anymore, because you have everything branded, you have logo on everything, so they cannot steal your content, and they cannot just come and take away your business. If they want to do that, they have to be at your level, and in order to be at your level, they have to have the like basically basics and build everything from the ground. So it's going to be harder for them to enter. So basically cons with this, I wouldn't call it cons, but I would like call it like a little bit hardships about it, is to like need to manage the stock levels, which is just part of the business, guys. You have to learn to do all of this, because nothing comes easy basically. The second one will be upfront risk. On a dropshipping, you need to buy in bulk to meet the MOQ, right? But like this doesn't sometimes apply. For example, in my situation, I have leveraged my agents and my contacts in China so much that I don't even buy in bulk. They buy in bulk for me with their own money, and I still dropship it from them, and I buy it from them, but like I haven't paid for MOQ in anything, guys. They just buy in bulk for me with their own money, and then they stock it for me in the warehouse that we have, and then I will buy it for them, because like they know that I can sell this, and they want me to spend all of my money on the ads in order to get more money, right? So they don't want me to put any of my money on the stocks in order to like maybe I can use that money in Facebook and get more, because they know I can do it. So that is what leveraging means. That's what, like, at the beginning it can be difficult for you when something, okay, I'm a beginner, how can I do it? Okay, so how can you do it? In the beginning, it's just you don't need to care about the profit that much. You just want to build your reputation in the China and like basically in the whole dropshipping industry, right? You want to say, okay, this is what I am, this is me, I have done this, I have done these numbers, here's the results, I have sold this product, I can do this. And after your agent sees that you can, they're going to take care of you, trust me, and you're going to build a good and strong relationship. But you can also have upfront buy the MOQ, but you have to be able to manage it. Like, you have to know your orders, you have to know, look at the Shopify stats, see which is the best best bought product, right? The most one. Like if you have selling clothes, couple of clothing is like couple of colors, couple of sizes, so it's going to be difficult, but you're going to learn and basically you're going to make mistakes, but those mistakes going to basically make you a millionaire, because without those mistakes you're not going to make it. And all of people, like many people, make mistakes. There's no basically there's no shame in that, guys. And the third one will be, can't dropship anymore, need to fulfillment center. So this really depends. For example, me, that I'm in European markets, right? If I have my warehouse in Sweden, for example, I'm going to pay extra tax and stuff, so I don't take my warehouse here. But if you buy a warehouse in Netherlands, or if you just rent there's a fulfillment center there, you're not going to pay tax. But that really depends on what country you're selling in, and if you're trying to sell it in European market. If you're trying to do that, you can still use a China warehouse, and you're going to get like 8 to 10 days shipping, depend on the country, of course, but the average of that, and 8 to 10 days shipping is very good, guys. Like, I wouldn't stress about it. But if you're selling in US, you want to put it in a like US fulfillment center or something like that, like ShipUp and other companies that I have used before, that works as well, right? But you will have less margins, but who damn cares about the margins as long as your brand is like just doing same amount of revenue every month. You have to think about it like in a long distance, say, okay, I'm going to exit this brand for this much, I'm going to build something that can give me money every month, right? Without me even be able to like work on it, to put some of my time, guys. And that's going to give you so much experience and so much knowledge. And when you even like did everything right in your store, right? You have the fulfillment and you have it like 4 days shipping, you have everything product. Like when your business is basically outsourcing everything, you can just start another dropshipping store, right? And take your time there, and meanwhile you also like keeps giving you money every month. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the easy ways and the hard ways, basically how we can do it. So the first one will be, if you're already working with the agent for dropshipping, you can ask about the private labeling. So if you already have a relationship with your agent, it's very simple, guys. you can tell them, okay, I'm getting this amount of orders now, as you can see in the last month or last 2-3 weeks, doesn't matter, and then I want to go to the private labeling route. How can you help me? So they're going to recommend you maybe to some other people, but most of the times they're going to give you a price, and about this you're going to be able to private label it, and you can take it from there. This way you can continue shipping out of China, right? Basically you can private label it, and if they have another warehouse maybe in another city or country, which they most of the times have, you can do that, or you can just buy it like in bulk from your agent and send it to a fulfillment center in the country that you're going to be advertising in. And you have to just need the MOQ, usually 5,000 10,000 pieces for the low ticket product, guys. Okay, and you can pay your agent ahead of time. Yeah, this, like I'm telling you, this is the things that you see here is most of the times, most of the cases, right? But if you have a good relationship, you don't need to pay them ahead of time. They're just going to loan you out the money, right? Because they trust you, because they know how you can do it. But the most of the cases, you have to pay the ahead of the time because they don't maybe trust you, or you don't have that kind of a good relationship with your agent. And they can negotiate with the manufacturer, but buy the stock and store it for you, which they usually do. But I would recommend you to have a contact with manufacturer directly, and how you can do that is just find the manufacturer. Like you can pay someone in Upwork, maybe find the manufacturers for you, they're very good at it, or you can just go to Alibaba and just start to search down for your product, right? And as soon as you find the manufacturer, I recommend you to purchase the product and just test it to see how it is, right, before you order MOQ. And if everything goes for you guys, I recommend you to go to China and meet the manufacturer yourself, have some drink with them, you know, just build a relationship, because these keys are really key in making or breaking your success, guys. Okay, and then now harder ways is use a US based fulfillment center like ShipUp. And as I told you before, this is going to take away from your profit, but don't think like I think about that you are building a good business and you're always thinking about the customer, because if the customer is happy, they're going to spread the word and you're going to bring you more customers, guys, because this is very important. And if you look at all of these big businesses, they only care about the customer, right? And they have the best product quality, best fast shipping, they have a good emails, like they just communicate with the customer all the time, because basically what are you without your customers, right? And regarding the Alibaba, you can search on a product name and private label on Alibaba, so you can do that. Usually you find the cheapest one in Alibaba, but you have to be able to see which one is good, right? You have to be able to tell the difference, and how you can do that is by making mistakes at the beginning. But yeah, you will get it on the way. But for some of the suppliers are verified, they have a return policy and all that. I haven't used myself personally, I haven't used Alibaba that much, because I'm just doing with the agent. He does everything for me. But yeah, I reckon it's like that. And you can send the inventory to a fulfillment center in the country that you want to sell. Basically, if you cannot find it in the country, you can find it in the neighbor's country. For example, for me it's in Netherlands, because that's closer to all of the European markets, right, countries, and it's the best way as well. But I have some stores that I'm doing from China as well, but those stores haven't had any problems. And subject to US customs can be complicated for FDA regulated products, and in order for that you have to have contacts as well. But you can maybe avoid that at the beginning and just go with the products that is not like that, so that's going to be much more easier for you guys, and more expensive for the shipping, but faster. As I told you, more you have to pay for the experience, and don't think about the like $1 extra. I know it can make a big difference for you, because at the beginning when you start, you just think about the money, but trust me, in a long distance and long thinking, it's going to be much better for you guys. Okay guys, so this was it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please smash the like button and let me know down below what video you want me to make for you next. And yeah, so basically that's it. See you next time.